Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with The Sopranos. Last time around we had long-term parking, where basically little Carmine had surrendered, making Johnny Sack the king of New York. He's the boss, the head of the family, and he is going for full hellfire against Tony now that he's in his new position. He wants to find TB, and he's going to let Philly do whatever he wants, and he's not listening to Tony whatsoever. Meanwhile, Adriana had gotten in trouble for covering up a murder that had happened at the club, and the feds were saying, we need you wired, so we can listen to Chris and Tony and everything. And she had to confess to Chris that she was a rat, at which point she was taken out into the countryside by Silvio and promptly killed. So that's that. But yeah, that's pretty much where we left off. Things are heating up between New York and New Jersey, and we are just kind of in a rough place. And it's also the season finale, so we'll have to see where we're going. But yeah, that is pretty much it. So why don't we just go ahead and jump right into this episode of The Sopranos. Here we go.
John, how long I gotta wait? Tony Soprano, left to his own device, is never gonna give up that fucking animal Blundetto. Really? An eye for an eye?
And the world goes blind.
A few things have to settle down first. And my cousin will send me the funds to go through Canada.
Italy. Wow. Nice cousin.
I see. So he is going to go to Italy. He's just got to wait for the right time.
Oh, hey, thanks for that massage. My toe doesn't hurt hardly at all now.
You're Joanne, right?
Who are you?
Well, we're friends of your son's.
My son doesn't.
We're from Alcoholics Anonymous.
What are they doing going after Chris?
What's your name?
Well, we're anonymous. I see his car's
That's a
out
good point, but
You went to
still.
California.
We broke up.
What?
Look, I gotta go. Somebody's waiting for me.
I am devastated. I wish I could reach her. Is there a number?
Not that I know of.
Chris, listen. There's other fish in the sea.
Meh. He's getting every fucking jewelry and watch. I think he's getting the fuck out of here, at least for a while. Clear out while there's a path of vengeance.
What can we say about this guy? The ancient Romans had a word for it. Asshole.
I think they use that for some of the Caesars.
Don't think Johnny's not gonna put a financial squeeze on all of us.
Tell me about it. I'm already getting fucked with by Johnny's people.
It's not good.
All due respect, I'm willing to die for a good cause. This is bullshit.
There he is. Hey.
Sit down.
I heard all that, you fat fuck.
I am offering him the same protection that I would offer any of you in similar circumstances. Now I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say, hey, don't, I would never do what he did. God bless, I hope not. But we are a family. And even in this fucked up day and age, that means something. So we're gonna deal with this as a family, together, no matter how it affects anybody, personal safety-wise, financially-wise, whatever. Raymond? Sorry I can't stay. Happy birthday, huh?
Rousing speech from the general.
He had what the Germans call Fingerspitzengefühl, which is a sixth sense of sizing up a situation.
But this World War II documentary is kind of apt right now.
These guys, Tom, will do whatever you order.
Except in this case.
All due respect.
All due respect.
It's about you don't want to eat shit from John.
Oh, yeah. And
You
fair
don't wanna
enough.
bow down. You told him to go fuck himself, which, to be honest, wasn't exactly appropriate, considering.
Oh, is that right?
All due respect.
All due respect.
What the fuck do you know what goes on in my head?
I know you since you were a kid, Tom. Frankly, you got a problem with authority. This attitude of yours gets a lot of what's made you an effective leader. But we all got flaws, even you. 7 deadly sins, and yours is pride.
All due respect.
All due respect.
You got no fucking idea what it's like to be number one. Every decision you make affects every facet of every other fucking thing. It's too much to deal with almost. And in the end, you're completely alone with it all.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
This is the course I've chosen. And those of you that are not with me on it, well, that makes me sad. And it'll be dealt with in time.
If you're not with me, then you're against me. Get the fuck out of there. Fuck, how are you not faster?
I'm sitting listening to WFAN and I go, isn't that the kid that used to drive for Tony?
I'm on my way to the hospital.
Well, that's up to you.
Eh.
No, I mean my mom, she...
Where's your boss's friend?
What friend?
Don't fuck with me, kid! Don't fuck with me!
Oh, you're gonna try to get the hell out of there. Oh, you went the wrong way. Oh, shit.
What do you want to do about it?
What do I want to do about it? I want that man there to do something about it. I want him to give us the okay to drive over to Brooklyn, clean some fucking timepieces over there.
Tony Blundetto whacked the brother of a captain. Tony tried to strike at them again. We should take him out.
Look, Uncle June, what do you think? I'll just beat one of my guys to within an inch of his life. Next time he's gonna kill somebody. What can I do? It's my cousin. I'm talking to you.
The man had a stroke. You want it to go to the wrong place? It's fruit. It'll rot.
Hey, I pinned myself into a corner here, and I don't see a way out.
But he wasn't made, right?
Oh.
It's okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Anthony, but I'm fucking nonplussed with all this news.
Eh.
Frankly, I don't know. Make sure you eat a lunch today.
Take your fucking pills. Jesus Christ, June. God damn it. I miss when June was important to this show.
Tell John where to find Tony Blundetto. He just won't do it.
As if he even knows where Tony B is. Give me a fucking break. Of course he knows.
It's Christopher I feel for.
Please, huh? Let me tell you something. Anthony Soprano was very adroit at keeping his family out of the fucking frying pan. Both cousins. The rest of us...
What the fucking... Chris didn't do anything.
How's life now that you're back home?
Eh.
What I'm saying is, whatever you want to do vis-a-vis your cousin, your son, whoever, own your feelings.
I'm very confused.
But we can't talk about it.
Nah.
It's my mess. All my choices were wrong.
I mean, yeah. But at the same time, TB wanted to get into this life, you know? He shouldn't have done it.
Patrick said to tell you guys some people have bogus cups. They brought them with them to get out of paying.
What the fuck? Where? What is happening? What is this, a party? It's...
Let me see your cup.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, he does have
I
that.
know you said you wanted it burnt, T, but you never come here no more. I didn't figure it'd be a problem.
I never come here no more
Kicks
because
and
they're
rocks.
watching all our houses. It's no good for us to visit.
I know.
Kicks rocks, twiddles thumbs.
Something that catches more of what you're really all about.
A goddamn lawn jockey?
That's not a lawn jockey.
That's
That's
Napoleon.
a general.
What general? Oh,
It's not a real general from history. It's you.
In a very Napoleonic way. The smiling general. With a sword on his hip and a steed at his side. Oh! Oh. Dead instantly.
Speak.
He's at 146 Route 9A, Kinderhook.
You got the fuck out of there. But they'll find he's already dead. So he moved him. No, he didn't. He's just right there. He didn't fucking notice. Damn.
Catch you later.
Take it easy, Tom.
You need to go up to the farm and pick up your cousin. You should go up there now, this morning. Maybe over. But watch your back. Take him off the premises, obviously. She'll be buried.
You won't find any of that. I'm reading, I'm lifting weights. I know what you think, Tom, but you'll see. I'm gonna prove myself to you. I only chipped that once, on a day with her. She was willing to rat me out because she couldn't do 5 fucking years. I thought she loved me.
She's a That's no good to think about that now.
They both
He does like
lost someone close to them, but because of their own
I
stuff.
heard you talking in here all night.
Could you knock?
You said you would be
She did
finishing your...
knock.
Me and Matt put on a party. $5 a person. We made $600 after expenses.
What expenses?
The band.
Is that what you've been on the phone about these last 2 weeks?
It may interest you to know. People said it was the best party all year.
Well, there was drinking, I suppose.
We just let people into Matt's house. What they brought with them was not under our control.
I don't know what the fuck to do with this kid.
I was talking to his college advisor.
Oh, Wegman?
No, AJ got switched around. Miss Miro. She mentioned that AJ talked to her once about what might be good schools to study event planning.
Event planning?
Wait.
What the hell is it?
I am not really sure.
Well, you can go to school for this.
Gay, isn't it?
Well, no,
Uh-huh.
it's...
I know you're around a lot of wealthy people.
What?
And he watches that DVD over and over again. The one with Mike Myers about, what's his name, Steve Rubell, the Studio 54 guy?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, okay, event planning. Okay, hang on. Jeez.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, it...
Well, it could be worse. He could be dead in the street, so...
Well, I guess.
Yeah. What's...
I don't know. He's fired up about something, at least.
Yeah. When was the last time he was fired up? It's different. It's not something you two did. Okay. Okay, event planning. Huh.
His family's smaller by 1.
Well then, my friend, it's up to you to make him accept it.
Me?
Let's
Yeah,
talk, John,
you're
about
the boss.
500-pound elephant in the room. Which is that you started this cycle of bloodshed when you whacked the girl Carmine used to fuck.
Lorraine Coloso was not a girl. And what kind of a man bangs his second cousin?
What are you, the friggin' cardinal?
President Roosevelt did that.
Still look forward to working with you, John. I mean that.
You want a coffee?
Well, I don't know.
Fucking Christ.
Ah, what's happening? Oh. Was the fence? Oh no! Oh, we are in trouble now. Oh no! No, John! They got him with a face full of snow.
I'm the gardener! I'm the... Ah!
Oh. Whoa! Yeah. The sound of a babbling brook makes me want to babble. Jeez. Oh, it's so cold. His coat is ruined. His coat is ruined. He's probably gonna have pneumonia now.
I was fucking there.
What? Where?
Johnny's house. My car's still in the driveway. I'm walking 3 miles towards my house.
No law against parking your car unless it's in front of a hydrant.
Not laughing, Neil.
Yeah.
No, of course not. Anyway, you weren't named in the indictment, obviously. It's Brooklyn. They weren't coming for you. So frankly, were I you, I might actually consider laughing.
You're in the
Or
clear.
rub a hunchback's hump. Or something.
Yeah.
You're good. You're just
Good cheer.
freezing fucking cold.
Call you when I hear more.
They weren't coming for you. They're not gonna come get you now. The mighty general returns home. Oh.
What happened to you? Your shoes are soaking wet.
It's been a long morning. It's only like 7:30. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Well, you know, sometimes these situations just have a way of working themselves out, you know? Okay, that was something. Yeah, don't they, though? Like, it's never this huge, dramatic thing. It's just, you know. I mean, you remember what happened to Richie? It's like, that was heading towards this great climax, and then, Janice just killed him. You know? And it's like, well, that's the end of that problem. And, Ralphie, too, to an extent, like, I don't know, I mean, Ralphie was headed that way, and to be fair, Tony killed him, but even still, it was over pie oh my, you know? It was the straw that broke the horse's back, you know? And now here, there you go. I guess the problem now is Phil, assuming he didn't get arrested. Did he? I don't know, I guess... Like, the way they phrased it, it was just all Johnny Sack's crew. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Man, this is another rare instance of Chris is being targeted, but he didn't do anything. You know? Like, how many times does that happen in this show? It's not often, but this is one of them. Chris being targeted by Philly because he's trying to get, you know, an eye for an eye. He can't get TB, so we'll go after Chris. You know, if anything, this is very reminiscent, I feel like, of the finale, the season 3 finale of Breaking Bad, which maybe they were. I mean, obviously, the Breaking Bad was inspired by The Sopranos in a number of ways, but you know, but that's the thing, you know, it's interesting, you know, I feel like this episode is almost described by what Mike says in those episodes, where it's just no more half measures, you know? Like, if anything, that's what Tony's been doing, you know? All these half measures. And all of these half measures, these choices that he's made, has led him to this point, where he is at odds, he's at odds with Brooklyn, you know. Philly wants Chris dead, if not TB. You know, Philly wants to hurt that family, you know? Torture TB, kill Chris potentially, you know? Kill Chris just, you know, to have an eye for an eye. And it's just like, it's rough, man. It's rough. And all these decisions. And if anything, you know, you could say, the thing is that what they don't go over in this episode really is the fact that it's not just Tony's choices that led him here, you know. He says that he clearly has this guilt over this, you know, of what's happened with TB, how this situation has gone so out of hand. Then he says, I made bad choices that led me here, But the thing is, if anything, this is not Tony's fault, It's not Tony's fault, it's TB, Because TB was going on the straight and narrow, He was going on the straight and narrow. And Tony, while he was a little disappointed in that, he accepted that. He accepted that he was going on the straight and narrow. He was trying to help him out. But then after that the crash out, as the kids would say, after that crash out he wanted in, and that was a mistake, It was a mistake to give up the massage parlor to get back in the game, But it is because of those feelings of guilt that Tony had over the original incident. The reason, he passed out. He passed out because he had a panic attack, and it caused TB to go away and not him, for 17 years, And because of that, he carried that guilt, and it was that guilt that informed his decisions going on. That's why he gave TB the casino, Even though he really shouldn't have. He hadn't been there that long. He could have. He's not a captain, He is not a captain. Chris isn't even a captain, really, So it's just... Chris was an acting captain while Paulie was in jail, but I'm pretty sure that ended, Pretty sure that ended once Paulie came back, so... But it was all half measures, Actually, because I'm looking at, the last... At the bottom of my notes, I put AJ and event planning. If anything, maybe we've been taking some sort of half measures with him. I mean, it is the thing of, what is AJ interested in, And it really is the thing of, with what's going on, we're really just sort of racking our brains. What do we do with this kid? Everything we try to do, it just doesn't work with him, To the point that, at the end of, that scene where he's mouthing off and stuff, I'm just like, oh my god, what can we do with this kid? I don't know. But that is something. That is at least something. Thank God they heard that, that AJ was asking about schools for event planning, and they both kind of stopped and they were like, I guess you could do that, They're thinking of all these other things, They're thinking of all these other things that he could be doing that you don't even think about. I mean, it's sort of a specialized job, but it's sort of it's a specialized, I wouldn't say probably a niche job, And so they think about it and they're like, and for Tony, he's like, well, for Tony, it doesn't fit in with what, obviously it doesn't fit in, the way he says, well, it's kind of gay, isn't it? It's like, that doesn't fit in with his views of what a man should do. But at the same time, he's kind of stopping and he's like, okay, but why can't he do that? It's like, it's something he's interested in. It would make money. Clearly, he literally just proved he could make money at that. And it's just like, you can... It's like, and if he's good at it, how many people out there need events planned, And that would be a range, just parties, anniversaries, wedding receptions, stuff like that. Like, that would be all, a part of it, or just, just get-togethers, conferences and stuff like that. And so, Tony stops and he's just like, all right, that's weird, but is there anything really wrong with it? And Tony immediately is like, well, I guess not. It's just not what he expected. He's almost like blindsided by it, but at the same time, he's like, you could do that, So maybe now that's something he could do, Kind of reminds me recently, this is a funny thing to reference just because of the name of it, but recently I rewatched an anime series called Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. If any of you, if you know what that is, then you know it's not just some goofy little anime. But I rewatched the first season, and then I finally watched the 3 movies that came after it, because season 2 is coming out soon, or is out at this point. But one of them is about the main character's little sister who's had troubles with school, to put it lightly, basically, and is really pushing herself to go to a really good high school. But then at the end, they're kind of like, do you even want to go to this high school? And she honestly says no, but she wants to fit in, be like everybody else. And they're like, well, you can still fit in and be like everybody else and go to a better school that's more suited for you. And they end up, she ends up enrolling in a correspondence school when she sees someone and talks to someone who went to that school and by all accounts on the outside is a normal person. And so it's just like, yeah, well, that school just isn't suited for her. You know? And that's kind of the main thing we've been focusing on with AJ is like, well, put him in a school, put him in this, give him this counselor, do something. And it's just like, but what is he interested in, you know? Like, sure, he could go to a normal school, he can get his grades up, he can get moving, he could really friggin' try to do this. Or he could go to a school for something he's way more interested in anyway, you know? Like, what was his major going to be going to a standard college, you know? But maybe this could be something. If he's actually good at this and interested in it. Obviously, he needs the schooling, the training, but it's something. It's something. I feel like 5 seasons in, we've made progress on AJ, you know? We finally have figured something out, you know? Maybe, like, even this whole thing of like, oh, well, you know, you've been on the phone for 2 weeks, you know, planning this party and stuff. And obviously he lied about there being drinks and stuff like that. But it's just like, okay, but if he starts, you know, planning legitimate events that aren't just teenage house parties, it could be something, you know? And he said, you know, they hired a band, they had a space, they had the beer, and he made money. He made $300, you know? That's something. That's something. This could be it. No more half measures. You know, we just keep trying the standard stuff with AJ. We can't be doing that anymore. You know? I don't know. I went off on that. I didn't fully mean to because we were talking about everything with Tony, but you know, Tony and TB and all this stuff and guilt and choices and stuff, but here it's like, okay. I had to get that off my chest, basically, so God, it's hot in here. It is the heat of summer. The air conditioner is really struggling, so you can probably see right behind me, I have another air conditioner in my room that I bought, and I have it off right now because it's so loud. Like, it's not, like, so loud it's unbearable, but it's too loud to have on while I'm recording, so, yeah. So once this video is done, I'm turning it on because it's mid-afternoon and it is getting warm. So, but anyway, yeah. I don't know. It's interesting to. It's also interesting to see just how Tony worked with this. You know, like that. I will say I like this episode because there are very clear and obvious themes. And that's good because I don't have to, like, rack my brain trying to figure things out. I do like that occasionally, you know? Like, you know, you go through the dream episode that we had a little while ago, and I'm just sitting there like, I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what we're doing with this. And it's just like, holy crap, please, just give me... Tony's choices led him to be alone at the top, you know? And while he still probably has some work to do... you know, regaining the trust of his men, you know, how many of them were thinking, you know, we can't, you know, we're not doing anything, Tony's not making the right decisions, but he needs to open up more with them, you know, or at least, you know, understand them more and work with them better, you know, even the fact that Syl is having these concerns. It's just like, ooh, that's really bad. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. But it's just, he's the lone man at the top. He's the lone man at the top, and his choices led him there. But now he's turning himself around to get back to where he needs to be. He took care of business. He wanted to protect TB. You know, he was going to wire him money, you know, let him go through Canada, and then he was going to move to Italy. And it's just like, no, you can't do it because of how much trouble there is now. It's like, it unfortunately, for this situation, for where they were, it's like he did what he had to do. Obviously, you should never kill someone, but he did what he had to do to prevent an all-out war with Brooklyn, you know? Because Philly was on a rampage path, you know? Beating up this guy, you know, Tony's former driver and stuff like that. It's just like, dude. And it's exactly what he says. It's like, you know, he beat this kid with his cane. Next time he's going to kill, you know? Next time he's going to kill, so he prevented that by ending the conflict. Even if Philly didn't like it, because Philly wanted to do it himself. But he ended the conflict. TB is dead, unfortunately. He's a great character. He is a great character, but he's gone. Tony did it himself. One shot, and, you know, that shot, that is an instant death. Like, there was nothing else. As soon as that bullet hit his head, gone. You know? He probably didn't even have time to process that it was about to happen, you know? That was it. And luckily, you know, he was talking to John of like, you need to, you know, we got to pay the price. You know, whatever the price is for Philly to let this go now. It's over. It's done. We need to get back to work, you know? And John, while he didn't fully agree with the whole situation, he did come around and was like, all right, we'll figure something out. And that's good that John is listening. He's not unreasonable, which is good. So, you know, we can talk about what choices people made and, you know, what led to all of this stuff, but it's just like, this is not good for anyone. This has not been good for anyone. TB is dead. At that point, we say it's even. Whatever else you need to make it even, do it. But this needs to end, and we need to get back to work. And then the FBI showed up, which is a problem. Which is a bit of a problem. John has been arrested. His entire team basically has been arrested because of Jimmy. It's another Jimmy. This is like the second or third Jimmy that was a rat. Good grief. So we'll have to see how that affects next season, but boy, oh boy. But yeah, but Tony at least he's squaring things away with people, you know? Even with Chris, you know, who had felt neglected by all of this stuff. And he's just like, you know, we got to carry on. You know? So it's something. It's a very, very interesting season finale, I must say. You know? Everything with, you know, Tony being at odds with his own men, but then, you know, going and killing TB, trying to make things right with John and Philly, you know, trying to make things right with Chris. And then, you know, Tony and Carmela thinking maybe AJ should go into school for event planning. It could actually work. I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, next time we are on the final season of The Sopranos. That said, I know it's a long one. We got extra episodes that we're going through. It is a longer season. I do believe it is split up into part 1 and part 2, but this will be it. We're in the final countdown now, and I'm curious to see where we are going from here. But that is basically it. With all of that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my Sopranos reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.